On this February 14th, 2007, we introduce you to a pair, their love made in heaven. A story, 65 years of adventure and passion. The fair maiden Doreen and Joe, the brave airman.
I said, that's the gal that I really like. And I was determined to find out where she went.
Traveling 16 miles to the other side of the city, Joe made his move.
Well, I think the first thing was he had a good grip. And I liked...
I hung on. To me, she was it. The most happy, light person, just a warm person. And I thought, boy, now do you want it buttered lavishly or...
And as he worked hard to earn her love.
It took me 4 years to get this girl. 4 years of courtship. And it was worth every day of it. 4 years. She wouldn't give me enough dates. I kept after her.
His persistence prevailed, and on September 27, 1941, Joe and Doreen Spencer became one. Joe and Doreen are celebrating their 65th Valentine's Day. They've had a long time to cultivate their love, and while it hasn't always been easy, they've made a commitment to making it last. 3 months after the wedding, Joe was drafted into service and sent overseas to serve in World War II.
When the train pulled out of that Montreal station, the lights were always dim, and it was a horrible feeling of being left alone because you didn't know when you'd see them again. And that was the last time I saw Joe.
For 3 years, he wrote Doreen a letter every other day.
Hello, precious. It's nice to be sitting back in the billet. This is letter number 117. And writing to you, I feel I should send you an airmail, hoping it gets to you in a hurry. It's a nice day today, dear, and it puts me in a loving mood. I'm sorry if I worried or upset you about the mail.
And they faced
queries.
other challenges, like Doreen's cancer, 4 children during the Depression, and the tumor that was behind Joe's lungs.
I still remember the verse. When I was facing that surgery or not, behold, I set before you life and death. Therefore choose life that both thou and thy seed may live. And that verse hit me, stayed with me all these years, and it wasn't life and death. When you have a tumor, you don't know.
That's why I like this verse, Joe. I like, they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary.
They shall walk
and not faint. And I think right now, hardly able to walk, hardly able to see. I think, boy, that is something to hang on to, mount up with wings as eagles.
Arthritis.
That's a good thought. And that is strengthening. But I've always, when you're young, that sounds good because you're peppy. Well, when you're older, that sounds even better.
The zip has gone. Well, what can I get for you?
But through it all, the two have remained dedicated to preserving their marriage and say they couldn't live without each other.
If I were ever marooned, Joe would be the best one to be marooned with because he could improvise anything. He can fix anything. My rolling pin that I got as a shower gift, I was really complaining about because it kept on, the handle coming off and the rolling pin would roll away on me. And I said, Joe, I need a new rolling pin. And he said, oh, I can fix that. So I have to have the same rolling pin with a spike in it.
I would be lost without Doreen, no two ways about it. I couldn't have got a better partner than Doreen. The children will all vouch for it. And I'm sure there are times when they say to themselves, I don't know how mother puts up with dad.
But their son Ward says the love between his parents has been unwavering.
I have seen almost 55 years of interaction. I see support, verbal and physical, which is very evident with how they deal with each other. My dad still pulls out my mother's chair. He stands if she leaves the table.
Joe and Doreen attend Forward Baptist, their home church and the place they have faithfully served for over 60 years.
They have worked in our Sunday school for many, many years prior to my coming. In fact, they started working in the Sunday school here back in the 30s.
The lesson is on Jesus healing many people.
She teaches primary students and Joe junior high. Even though she can barely see, Doreen still plays the piano.
But I love it, and I love the story it tells.
And they've been more than just Sunday school teachers.
Doreen would bake the Rice Krispies, and we would have the boys, I'd take the boys out for a pizza. The little characters never ate the crusts. I said, if you're not going to eat your crust, cut it off and I'll eat it. They'd eat the pizza, then we'd go to the house and we played jet hockey games.
It's obvious these two have something special.
Yeah, here you are, Mother. Love you.
I would say they adore each other in the most beautiful sense of the word. When they look at each other, you can just tell they're in love. And though they've been married over 65 years, they laugh at each other's jokes still.
Thank you, Joe.
So what is their secret to long-lasting love?
Patience, understanding, put yourself in the other person's position.
I don't think there's any secrets to it. It's your basic wanting a thing to work. And also, if you have that faith that in God's guidance.
And something else holds them together. They find it every morning when they pray and read the Bible.
Thine is the greatness and the power and the glory and the victory and the majesty. For all that is in the heaven and earth is thine. I just feel it's like food. You need the nourishment. And you turn to the Word and you find comfort. And without it, I feel I'd be lost. What else is there?
And then I think you need the individual, that without the prayer time of each of us privately is so important.
This year, Joe and Doreen celebrate their 66th wedding anniversary with Joe's brother and sister, who have also been married for 65 years. As they live together in the home Joe built himself, they pray for many more years together. But here's what I want to know. Will there be any romance this Valentine's Day?
Oh, Joe still got a good grip. We go back to the beginning.
Finding a fairy tale that truly ends in happily ever after, I'm Sherien Barsoum for 100 Huntley Street.